Well, hey, everybody. And I mean, has it really started? Is Trump started it? Who knows? How y'all doing out there? What the hell?
We're becoming live from Iran, unlike most Iranians.
Oh, man. It's happening. It's oh, no wars, America first, blah, blah. And he hasn't even got Congress approval.
Yeah, apparently it's all illegal.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh dear.
But that's why you'll notice Hegseth, Trump, blah blah, they will not use the word war. This operation was based on nuclear deterrent and things. They won't use the word war.
Right.
Not yet. Yeah. Not until they're attacked, and then it'll be war, even though they did it first. Yeah. So, oh man, the Iranians have closed the strait there. What's it called?
Oh God, can't remember now.
Yeah, I was reading a thing on this earlier. It was something. Yeah, it sounds like hummus or something, or whatever. But I was reading a military advisor expert person's thing on this just earlier today, and effectively they can't keep it closed because there's enough U.S. forces in the area that they'll win, right? But they can cause such a disruption and really play some havoc to the point where oil prices sky high and stuff. As I understand it, they're already playing games with GPS and screwing with the boats, the ships, and all that. It's already starting. It's already starting.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, exactly. So once again, Trump lied. No new wars. America first. It's hard to believe that Marjorie Taylor Greene is actually pissed off at Trump. I thought he was the one person that she couldn't get mad at, like contractually or something, Yeah, Hormuz. Yeah. So holy man, crazy.
You know what? It's quite interesting. Our good old friends over at the Enforcer channel, they had over 120,000 people watching their live stream last night.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah, especially I can understand 120,000 people watching, good information on a topic, but those morons? Ugh.
Yeah. How did they get? I mean, was it Iranians trying to find out what's going on?
Yeah, no idea. Yeah.
Because they're not getting the information out of Iran.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, the thing with them is, as Ukraine kicked off, they tripped the algorithm big. And as long as they keep doing that whole over the top nuclear war, World War III crap, it just keeps working. YouTube just keeps going, hey, we've seen you get big numbers before. Push this one. Because YouTube doesn't really give a crap what the content is. They just, they only give a fuck about ad revenue and stuff,
Yeah, but what is funny though is just like the sheer numbers that they had, because I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen a lot of big channels, have stuff, like rocket launches stuff. People are really into that. Even like live shows from main broadcasters. I don't get anywhere near those kind of numbers. It's just astonishing.
Yeah, I've seen it myself, but I'm I'm
not saying that they were right. I'm just saying that
the
numbers are just incredible.
A thing like that just annoys me though, because it just shows how little YouTube gives a rat's ass. Their little algorithm can figure out all kinds of little things that you might do to break the rules and stuff. Well, how about morality now and then? Somebody doing a live stream that's totally ripping on people trying to escape a war zone and laughing at them and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously they're giddy as two little schoolgirls, because they got not only that, so like just having those sort of like numbers will just like increase their kind of like what would you call it? Their egos, and just think, oh yeah, we're the only people who we're the only people out there reporting this. Well, you didn't have mentioned Ukraine once, you little fuckers. That's where you started from. But I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, just interesting to see it.
Yeah, that's enough of them.
Yeah. Maybe we've got 120,000 people watching. No, we don't. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, not quite. But I'm not willing to sell out humanity and my own humanity at the same time. So, hyping up things like that.
Maybe a little. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Not really.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Nope, not really. I'm not playing that game. Nope.
You.
I mean, covering
you didn't fall for my trap.
What?
You didn't fall for my trap.
No, not happening. I mean, covering like a breaking news thing, like we were talking about just recently over summer. I don't have anywhere near as many parental responsibilities. We probably will, who knows? But not in the way they do it.
It's difficult to do breaking news because sometimes you can break news that just turns into nothing, unless unless you know what the news is going to do in the future. Doing breaking news could
disagree totally.
Yeah,
I totally disagree. Totally. If news sites are coming out with it and you go, hey, breaking news, this is being reported. I didn't do the investigation. I'm just telling you what other people said. If it turns out to be wrong, well, I'll tell you that they were wrong. I mean, I don't care.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of this is one thing that really bugs me with some YouTubers who do news. They are championing the fact that the old guard are dead and it's now the YouTubers and stuff that are the real newscasters and the ones that really matter. And if you think about it by eyes and stuff, there's probably more people watching influencer type content for news than there is the real news these days. But every one of those people is reading you something that came from the AP or something like that. I mean, just sit there and go on and on like you're better than the ones that are doing the work so that you can have an income is pretty freaking over the top, man.
And it is kind of funny when you see comments in the comment section or super chats are saying, thanks for all the great work, guys.
Yeah.
What, you mean reading off Twitter? Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, some people are taking this too far, and if you're reporting on Twitter being the news, okay, I guess you could suss out a few people that are, proper and real and whatnot, but comparing that to real investigative journalism, come on now. Really?
Yeah.
What's
that website that does is it Ground News, which kind of like it kind of informs you of like political leanings of stories and stuff like that. I'm not too sure what they'd be like live.
Yeah,
because all their stuff is kind of like judged and vetted and whatever.
Yeah. That would be, more deep. Yeah, and there are a few YouTubers that actually dig into things and stuff, but sitting in your office on your computer on the internet digging into things, you're never going to be at the core forefront the way that a traditional reporter could be unless you've got years of fostering contacts and not just reading tweets. It takes more than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, just one of those things. I every time I hear somebody saying that, I'm like, come on, especially when the person saying it just read you a report from like CNN or something, Come on.
Yeah.
It looks like it's getting drier out my way again, so hopefully my son's having some fun. He's off with mom doing whatever. Right? Hopefully.
Has it been raining?
Yeah. We had a terrible day weather-wise. It's been crazy, man.
Oh, you said you had hailstorm or something.
Yeah, a 10-minute hailstorm, big, massive thunder, and now the sun's out again. It's just crazy. There's a report, there's a big heat dome thing, and it turns out that it's screwing with the weather for everybody that's around it. That's a big circle because the heat dome for us in Canada is in Ontario, and I'm in British Columbia. So, that's like saying, well, there's a heat dome in Africa, so the UK is going to get some strange weather.
Hey, we forgot to tell everybody on the channel.
Yeah, good call, PJ. Do you want
to close it?
Yeah. Well, warn everybody.
Right. If you're watching this on the Shills main channel, you're about to get zapped. So, follow the link that's either pinned or PJ's giving it to you, or you're going to be redirected at the end of the video. So, we'll count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2. That's just it. Okay, done it. Yeah.
Boom. All right. I stopped it over here too. All right. There we go.
Yeah. Like PJ says, it's very quiet tonight.
Yeah. Seems
something on the telly. Are we missing something? Is there a big war going on somewhere?
Yeah. I mean, all we had to do was title this, America and Iran or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is World War III breaks out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Damn it. See, this is what we could have done. You see, we could have been a little bit clickbaity.
What we should do is we should retitle it "The Enforcer Lies. It's the Second Cold War." What anything like politically crazy in your world? Nobody even knows what's going on in their own world because it's only about America right now.
Yeah, I know.
The only thing I know
I know there's things going on, but
yeah. The only one I know for sure is Prime Minister Carney there in Canada instantly stepped up and said, no. This is not how it's done. You got to do this peacefully. And, which makes you wonder, Trump was talking to them. And then all of a sudden, because Israel does a thing, America does a thing. And now Iran's talking about how America was in the middle of the peace process and they just gave up on it and stuff. I mean, this is a region.
I don't know what's going on. I think Netanyahu is pegging Trump in the background or something. There's something weird going on.
It's so fucked up because, I mean, it to me yet again proves once again that Trump's truly not in charge, because he says one thing and then 24, 48 hours later, he does the exact opposite. And I don't truly believe it's just him. I think he speaks without knowing what to say. And then they go, you moron. I think that's more of what's going on.
Well, I think there's some of that, but I also think is the fact that the entire world does not have any faith in Trump as a president. And just totally ignores anything he says. Other passing presidents, no matter who they were, even the crap ones would still look to the US for guidance or approval or something. Even President Bush, it was not particularly well respected, but enough for people to actually go to him and say, "Well, we're going to do this. What do you think?" And People just look at Trump and say, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. At this point, it's just a farce.
Yeah.
I saw a thing earlier. More and more Americans are telling stories of how their neighborhood was part of an ICE raid, and people from like restaurants in the neighborhood and stuff have been carted away. And they're like, that person, they've been here 20 years.
There's more and more of that's coming out all the time.
Yeah, all this murderers and stuff has been such a farce. Millions and millions of them. I don't think Trump found 1,000 and gave up and just said, start arresting anyone.
The funny thing is, I heard recently is I can't remember who it was that said it, but they were basically stating that all ICE officers should be identifying themselves and carrying ID cards and stuff like that. So, well, they should be anyway, shouldn't they? They shouldn't have to be told that. That's the fucking ridiculous thing about it. Is like these faceless people, we have no idea who they are.
Yeah,
you can go and buy an ICE jacket, from Amazon, and just put it on, drive around, and be an asshole and do what you like. And the fact they're all covering their faces as well.
That's like, because they would all be recognized from January 6 videos. That's what I figure. I figure 3/4 of these people have criminal records and stuff, and they're on the Trump's pardon list, and that's why they're masking up. But more concerning to me, well, the masking is really concerning because history tells us that that's where it starts. But the idea that this is all being done warrantless and whatnot is just, it's unbelievable. You can't just do that.
And they're still getting away with it. I mean, it's only months in, and nobody's cracked down on it. I mean, what?
Well, you got to give the LA Dodgers a shout out because they refused ICE onto the property. And business owners, listen up. This is what you do. You say, you're not entering my property without a warrant, and you have every legal right to.
Yeah,
I would. No way.
Doesn't seem to stop them.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't doubt that a lot of the more immigrant-based neighborhoods in American cities are literally like having people on watch now, and literally you got lookouts going.
Yeah, I would. Terrified.
Right? I would. Absolutely. Organize the whole neighborhood. Okay, we need watch. We need, people in the higher apartments. We're going to rotate, and we need watch. We need eyes. I would do it.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Who'd have thought that in a modern day America, right?
I know. Unbelievable. Scares the hell out of me.
Why don't they just dress the ICE agents in brown shirts and just be done with it?
It's been done.
Get them, big boots and
Yeah.
Maybe have a nice, colorful armband.
Yeah,
something, you know,
exactly.
that would
Yeah.
help.
Something with a nice, simple, let's say blocky right angle symbol.
Yeah, yeah. Just nice, clean design.
Mm,
Like an Apple logo, but just a bit more oppressive.
yeah.
Oh, we'll get Johnny Ive to redesign the to design the outfits.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. They look like stormtroopers with an Apple logo.
Yeah, not the old Apple logo, the rainbow colors.
Oh, wow. So, what about everybody in the live chat there? Anything happening, you know?
Are they awake? Give them a shake.
Yeah,
You all right out there?
Yeah. I wonder where Putin's cat, there's militia members for sure. There's got to be some. Are there any? Is there such a thing as militia groups that are democratic, or are they all right wingy type Republican types?
I wonder. They'll be very, very quiet. They won't be like have demonstrations or have like training missions, or they'll be like making cupcakes or something.
Yeah. But I wonder because you got it makes you wonder like if like preppers seem to be very, very hard right wingy, militia groups seem to, but if there was a few groups like that were more left wingy, how would this be playing out right now?
Well, they'll be Googling, how do I buy a gun to start with? Because they've probably never even seen one.
I wonder, they might be going for the 3D printed variety, right?
Well, yeah, probably just like what do you call a slingshot or something?
Yeah. It fires little copies of the Constitution.
Yeah, but a spud gun.
Yeah.
Take that, you bounder.
You could use a potato gun, but I mean, I've seen them built to the point where they go through wood. So,
well, yeah, you fire an entire potato.
yeah, with some serious compression and oh yeah. I saw some idiot recently on YouTube doing potato guns, but he was purposely making them fail to see how strong the PVC pipe truly is under pressure and whatnot. And it was surprising how high you could go. So when you see those videos online of somebody blowing up their potato gun by accident, they're really stupid.
I must admit, I've not been down that rabbit hole of watching people on YouTube blowing up their potato guns.
I saw one by accident, and then the next video came out, how much pressure, and then I was like, okay, I'm done, right? That's all I needed.
10 things about potato guns you didn't know.
Yeah, no, I was done at 2. Yeah.
Hey, we have some news within our community. Our good friend PJ was mauled by an evil tiger.
Yeah, massive animal, huge,
huge teeth.
Oh,
big,
yeah,
big pointy teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was attacked by a rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah, the killer rabbit of Carpanag.
It hurt like hell. Yeah, actually, that's the thing about cats. Cats' pointy teeth and pointy claws. God, they fucking hurt.
It's like being bitten by 2 cheese graters. It just makes a mess of everything. It takes forever to heal.
Yeah, but even if you just get like a tiny little pinprick, from them, little tiny little scratch. My God, it hurts.
Oh yeah, my finger, I sliced it right down to the bone, and I bet it's far healed before PJ's, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like being shredded when they get you.
He had to go and get his, rabies vaccination. Should get one of those anti-tiger nets.
Yeah. Eric Idle knows all about them.
What in Africa? Yeah, you'll wake up tomorrow, PJ, and your leg will be bitten clean off.
Yeah.
There's a mighty large mosquito.
I got my camera on so I can see out front if Felix gets dropped off. And the 3 neighbors on the little strip to my right must all be in their carports, kind of, as the weather's clearing. And then the 4th neighbor that lives on the other side is just bouncing from carport to carport, talking to people. She must be bored out of her mind or something.
Wow.
Go clean something. Stop annoying everyone.
Good job you're not sitting outside.
That's why I usually don't. Oh, yeah. Well, hide out back and have my cigarette break just so nobody sees me. I'm watching now the new guy's chasing his little kid around. This kid, he never stops moving. He never stops getting into everybody's stuff. He's just terror on 2 feet. And this dude just does nothing all day but chase him around. I swear to God, he runs like a marathon a day.
You should share the screen.
Yeah.
Dick's house cam watch.
I could. Here, I'll set that up in the background. You guys want to see what I'm talking about here? Why not? Here, let me just get a capture going. Yeah. Cam. Okay, I'll just call it Cam. That's good enough. I don't have to tell you guys that. Window. Sorry, I just can't seem to do this stuff without talking myself through it. Here we go.
Drives a room fucking mad.
Yeah.
Oh, we all do it. It.
Okay, so, and if I go like this,
especially if you're supposed to be kind of like multitasking and doing a show and all that kind of stuff, you end up having like double focus on what you're trying to do, and then you end up just like narrating through it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so there's the camera, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
That's the action cam.
If you look there, if you look to your left, I feel like the person on the airplane, right? You see the dryer. Here comes the kid that won't stop.
Is that your busted dryer?
Yeah, that's the dryer I had to rip apart to get the part to fix my dryer, and that's how I cut my finger.
Maybe he'll lock himself in it.
Yeah. Seeing up at the top there, that's the poor guy that just spends all day chasing his kid.
You should put an Amazon parcel out there.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Just do a massive shit in it.
Yeah.
Wrap it in bubble wrap.
There's a cam at the back too, but there's nothing to see, so we'll just look at this one. I'll kick it in if anything happens.
Yes. Breaking news. We need a breaking news. Logo.
Yeah. Breaking news. Just caught one of the neighbors in my ashtray looking for roaches. Darpat there says maybe actually play with them. You got a point there with the kid and the dad and everything, but this kid's deeply on the autism spectrum, although not assessed yet. I can tell for sure. And I think they're trying to get it done or something. Yeah. Just Jimmy. Well, talking to yourself sometimes is the only way of having a sensible conversation. I like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know sensible conversations with myself.
Yeah. Well, that's but you have you have that conversation with the angel and the devil, right? So it's more of an argument for you.
I'll just leave them to it.
Yeah.
I'll just get on with stuff. You two argue, sort it out.
Yeah.
Get back to me when you made a decision.
Yeah. That's like the guy who borrows $50 from a buddy But then he borrows $50 from another buddy to pay the first guy. And he keeps doing this every month until finally one day he gets them together at the bar and says, look, why don't you guys just trade the $50 back and forth once a month and leave me out of it? An old joke from that Larry Wilde guy from the 70s. It's longer in his telling, but you know.
Yeah, nothing like an up-to-date joke.
Yeah. Yeah. These days you tell that story and you'd have to be, so, you know, you get them together and you say, why don't you guys just tap $50 back and forth on your phones and leave me out of it? There, it's up to date.
Any other joke you do from the 70s, you'll probably get blocked from YouTube.
Oh gosh. You get blocked from the internet. You know, they just come and take your router, you know.
Yeah. A black guy walks into a bar. Just done.
Yeah. Totally.
Race riots and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh man.
There'll be a big van turns up outside the front of you on camera.
Yeah.
Big van turns outside you front of your house, and 8 huge black blokes get out with baseball bats. we heard you told a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't like it.
Yeah. A vehicle. Oh. Okay, where are we here?
Oh, next time I'll have a go at the quiz. Oh, that's right then.
He's having a go at the quiz now. Here, 1 second.
It's so funny that, you know, a joke can offend one group of people, but you know, you can tell a joke about another group of people and they're fine with that.
Yeah, exactly. Ahead. Yeah.
Rip to shreds, you know, but leave us alone.
Yeah. I always find Jewish humor goes down best when they're not around. So I think that ties in exactly with your thing there. But you know,
but the Jewish comedians write the best jokes.
Yeah, very often it's funny, you know. You know what? Just by saying Jewish comedians write the best jokes, we're fulfilling that Jews control Hollywood thing.
Well, if you don't say that, you'll be being anti-Semitic.
Yeah. Okay. So they don't control Hollywood. They're just very successful.
Yeah. I mean, there certainly seems to be an awful lot of them in there. Yeah. I suppose Hollywood is a bit like Chinatown. You know, it's just so happened to be occupied by a lot of Jewish people. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
It's just a district of California.
Yeah, PJ. Yeah, take the shovel. Take the shovel. Okay.
We'll get a JCB and that will sort it out.
Yeah. We should remind everybody we got our Car for Ukraine summer fundraiser going.
Summer fundraiser. What are we getting them? Are we getting like a little camper van or something? Or,
Mr. Turtle Pools.
Yeah, like a little mini Moog or something.
Yeah. No, they wanted turtle pools, so
we're trying to pool.
Little turtle, kiddie pools. We used to have Mr. Turtle, and it was just a turtle and
a plastic.
Yeah, so you could put the turtles back on to cover it, and you could use it as a sandbox as well. Yeah. Mr. Turtle Pool. I think it started in the 70s. I have a really old memory of that. So,
yeah, I do remember seeing them, but I didn't know it was that big a thing.
They're probably collectible now, just because somebody made a YouTube video.
Well, they're probably UV, destroyed by now.
Yeah,
all faded.
Oh yeah,
broken.
Yeah. You could put a couple of wheels on them and have a Mr. Turtle Clive C5.
Hey, they'd be great for tobogganing when it snows.
Yeah. I always thought with tobogganing hills, especially, you get those ones that the kids go to year after year after year. We had one in Sawasan at Diefenbaker Park. Why don't they just put a little pulley up thing for everybody, like, at the ski hill?
Yeah.
I don't mean like some chairlift, but all you need is something so you could just grab onto it and get pulled up,
Yeah, because you know why? Some kid's going to get their neck wrapped around the rope and then somebody's going to have to get sued and, oh, God, it'll be a public inquiry. You can't have nice things anymore. Don't you know that, Dick? It's not allowed.
Man, I hated that saying when it came out. Every single personality, TV, influencer worked it into what they said.
Yeah, it's kind of true, though, I mean, because what you just said is brilliant. It's so simple. You could just have like a rope on a pulley system. It just keeps pulling. Yeah, it'd be great. But someone's gonna hurt their hand on it. Get a rope burn or. I hurt myself, and it's your fault.
Yeah,
for putting that brilliant thing there, and it's all down to you. So I'm going to sue you.
When I was 4 years old, one of the dads in the neighborhood actually did this for us. Right? Mm-hmm. He showed up at the park. He put a big stick in that had the rim for a car, a rim, And
yeah.
And I don't know if he had a bearing in it or whatever. I mean, I was just a kid, right? But he put a big thing of rope, like it was all tied together and stuff. And then up at the top, he parked his 4-wheel drive. And I guess knowing now what I know, he put it into crawler gear and just let it turn. And it just kept pulling us back up.
Mm.
It was awesome. He got in royal shit when the cops showed up, but
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I remember like some of the parents, like my dad, were like, "What are you screwing around with this for? It's brilliant. The kids love it. They're gonna die. Yeah. They're fine." All the adults are drunk
while sliding down the hill on a toboggan at 60 miles an hour. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And I remember, like, to me, it seemed like he had built a ski hill. But looking back on it, I think it only took about 3 seconds to get down. It was just a steeper hill that the kids whined about crawling back up,
Yeah.
I know. It's funny, though. It was the same guy who would literally, like, on purpose, let us shag the car. Not that way, but to us as little kids in the 70s, shagging a car was what you did in winter. You'd hang onto the bumper and just slide around behind the car on the street while it drove through the snow, right?
There is a problem with your winch concept, and it teaches kids instant gratification because they can slide down the hill. And then they get pulled up with no effort whatsoever and go back down again. No, they have to learn that, to have the joy, you have to work at it. So you got to fucking climb that hill all over again just to slide down for 3 seconds. Yeah. Life.
I see your point for sure, because, how many times did I go tobogganing and never needed it, right? It was just neat when he did it,
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big shout out here to make for Joe in the chat there. I'm pretty sure it's Joe Medley. Let me just see if I can. Yes, it is. $20 direct donation in to help restock the fridge, no less. Joe, that's an amazing shout because my fridge is empty. Yeah. Oh, today's a bad one. But the money that I was supposed to get in lands on Saturday, so you have to wait till the end of the weekend. Now, rant time. I need a rant button, rant or something. But in this day and age of technology-driven economy and all this, why the hell do things not go through on Saturday and Sunday? It's not like humans need to be in the office to make it happen. Now, if you know anything about these things, you know why. It's because they get to hold on to the money longer. And that's really good for books and all that stuff and blah, blah. It's bullshit. You know, you buy something on Amazon, they take the money right away. Then you go, oh shit, no. And you click cancel. Oh, your refund will be processed in 7 days. Why? Fucking give it back.
No, we're not going to.
Yeah. You know, hate that.
It's all part of the service and it's free.
Yeah. Right. But what the reason they do it is they get to use the money for a few days and blah, blah. And it's all, you know, it's all that financial stuff. But back to Joe one more time. Huge thanks, man. Awesome. But yeah, that stuff is like bullshit.
It's like you were saying, you know, with the war in Iran, you know, it's going to push up oil prices. Shut up. I bet you they pushed up the oil prices before that even started.
They were ready on the button. They were ready, man.
Yeah, they were wringing their hands right from the start. Oh, this is going to be great. Yeah. An extra 10 cents on the barrel. Yeah. I know I filled my car up with petrol the other day. I hate to think what it is when I go back.
Oh, yeah. With this strait and everything, it could be a big deal, you know, being shut down and stuff. The hummus strait, whatever it's called again. That's what I'm going to call it from now on.
And of course, oil prices, you know, don't wait for the weekend to finish either.
No, exactly. Yeah. You know, exactly.
No one's buying all over the weekend. So why is the prices going up? Shut up.
Yeah. You know, I love it. Or OPEC changes the price of oil and instantly the price of oil goes up at my pump or the price of gas. Yeah. But this oil was already bought and refined and stuff. How come it's affecting me right now? Not when the new supply shows up, right?
Yeah.
You know,
it takes 3 months to come back down again.
Exactly. Right. And then, you know, look at this game with the tariffs with Trump. I believe some of this is totally on purpose because as soon as companies have to raise prices over tariffs, they're not coming back. They're not. Right. This happened in Trump's first term when he went psychotic over South Korean washing machines. He put a tariff on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the other companies raised their price to equal the tariffs. And then the dryers all went up. And now they've just stayed there.
What? Like the one outside the front of your house?
Yeah, exactly. Here, where's that? There it is.
There it is. Hey, Trump's tariffs. That's all down to Trump's tariffs. Did that?
Yeah, exactly. Here, where's the damn app? Here we go. Yeah, that is the result of tariffs. A ripped open dishwasher, or clothing dryer, and a bloody finger.
Yeah, you should sue him.
Matt in the chat there. Why the fuck do I always type backward slashes every time I hit enter? Happens to me quite often, that stupid button right there. I like those other enter return buttons. I think it's the ones you guys get in Europe and they're bigger. They take up 2 rows in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still end up hitting, you know, curly brackets or, you know, whatever.
I remember her. I almost took her to prom.
Curly brackets.
I heard she was easy.
I think I had curly brackets once and got some tablets for it, but I got better.
It's amazing what modern medicine can get you through these days.
Good job I didn't say square brackets.
No, squares, they don't play. Oh, man. Oh. I can hear more thunder.
Oh.
Yeah, I bet we're going to see some heavy rain on that camera of mine coming up. Jesus Christ, why am I showing that camera? What's going on here?
Exciting.
Yeah. It'd be hilarious. It'd be hilarious if one of those situations that can sometimes happen in my little neighborhood happened right now. I'd turn on the camera, feed the sound through you guys, and go out and do my thing. That'd be funny. Although then I'd actually have evidence on you. No, you know what? We're not doing that. Yeah, I don't need evidence.
You might capture an alien. You might capture an alien walking past, or Bigfoot.
Well, I'm in Canada, so probably Bigfoot, right?
I mean, all those door cam videos you see. I've never seen one of Bigfoot show up, or an alien coming up to the door.
Yeah, well, they're all over at Giorgio Tsoukalos' house planning the next season.
I'm here for the abduction. Am I the right address? Mr. J. Smith of Arcadia Court. Yeah. Oh, it's next Tuesday. Okay, sorry, I'll come back later.
Yeah, I'm sorry. These clerical mishaps, they happen.
We'll just have to fry yours instead.
So anal probing and a brain frying on Tuesday then.
No, that's from the prostitute.
So you remember we had that thing recently on the 42 show where there was some new fresh crop circles in the UK. Has there been any more? Has anybody heard anything about that?
Oh, probably. Yeah, there's probably more. It's just the guy's got get a few bottles of cider and then going, it's going to one crop circle. Yeah,
it's just a few people on Clarkson's farm playing a gag on him.
Driving around in a tractor.
Yeah. In the last series of Clarkson's farm, it was funny. His prized, massive, too big Lamborghini tractor was really feeling the pain. Then he got the dealers in the UK to all bring over tractors so he could check them all out. But they all showed up at the same time. So he had one day to try out like 8 tractors. And then what did he do? He said, fuck them all, and went and bought an even bigger Lamborghini. It's just, I don't get it. Just because it says Lamborghini on the side doesn't mean it's,
What's the matter? Don't Ferrari make them?
Yeah. Imagine a Ferrari tractor.
Yeah.
I'm going out to plow the field, honey. I'm done.
Oh dear.
It's a beast of a tractor, though. Oh my God, is it huge? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's that kid. No.
Oh.
Yeah. Camera's trying to track him. Oh, you see that piece of furniture there? There's some rocks on top. Neighbor's daughter painted those rocks for her, and then they just both forgot them there. Nobody seems to care. See those floor mats there on the ground? I don't know where they came from. Oh, what is it doing? Oh, wow. It flipped right out. Now it's pointing at the sky.
It's looking for the exciting stuff.
Yeah, there, I'll fix it. Okay. Neat little cameras, though. There were $34 Canadian for a set of 2 of them, and they have motion tracking, like you see the camera tracks everything and stuff. I can speak to whoever's at the door through it, like an intercom and all that. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I got one for years and years ago for keeping an eye on the missus when she was having like bad nights and stuff. So it's like the Keddy cam.
Yeah. It's like a nanny cam for your wife.
Yeah, basically it was, and you could speak through it as well. Are you all right?
Yeah. Well, God forbid you have to go check on her, right?
It is kind of funny. She'll say in the morning, like, "Oh, I didn't sleep a wink last night." I said, "You fucking did. I watched you. You were snoring. Yeah. I can hear you."
You woke the neighbors. The real bozo Trump in the chat asks, is crop circles only a British thing? Never really heard about them in America or anywhere else. I mean, Canada's got huge crops and fields and stuff, and I don't think there's ever been a crop circle in Canada. It's because those two British guys that were making them didn't live here, right?
Oh, you mean the aliens weren't trying to contact the rest of the world, just Britain?
No, yeah. I don't know, maybe because we don't grow oilseed rape.
It's probably more likely that if a farmer finds you squashing his crops, he'll come out and smash your skull in.
Oh, yeah. Farmers in Alberta and Saskatchewan, when they see something wrong in their fields, they go out armed. Mind
you, I think British farmers are probably well armed.
Yeah.
Shotguns and all.
Oh, Joe Medley in the chat says Saskatchewan has had crop circles. Wow, I didn't know. I'd never heard. I've always heard of it being a UK thing. I think it's just because Brits are more gullible.
I don't know. No, come on. To be fair. You're probably right, but
Oh, and Shane is saying the US has had some too. I would like to know if the crop circles in Canada and the United States come after the first sightings of them in America, because I'm pretty sure it's just copycats, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, they're seasonal. What, like strawberries?
Yeah, well, like straw. Like grass, long grass, you can't do it on a newly plowed field because it just doesn't work.
Yeah. It just looks like the footprints of the idiot with the board and the string, right?
And there's 4x4 as he drives off.
Crop circles. It's a funny one, What are they trying to tell us? And why don't they just come over for tea?
Yeah. Why don't they just send us a text?
Yeah.
Leave us a comment on Facebook.
Yeah, here's the thing about communication. It only works when you're clear about it.
I always thought it'd be funny if you had like an alien that, because obviously they'll be able to get onto the internet and all that kind of shit. And they're on social media and it's like, yeah, I'm an alien. And of course they are an alien, but no one fucking believes them.
Yeah.
but then you'll have some other fucking idiot who says, oh, I'm an alien too. And, and that's just some twat in a basement somewhere. And everybody believes them. They get 100 million followers, but the actual alien has no traction whatsoever.
Yeah.
Nobody believes him.
Yeah. Or you know what that reminds me of, these time traveler people. He's still chasing them.
Oh god.
Yeah, those time traveler ones are hilarious.
Yeah, bloody good, some of them though. I mean the one that guy keeps posting videos of empty streets and stuff. That's really well done.
Yeah,
I don't know how he does it.
Well, maybe he's just doing the total you thing, just frame by frame, rotoscoping his ass off.
Yeah. Well, makes you wonder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it is bollocks. It is bollocks, though. I mean, it has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. What? Oh, God, that's not, is it? Oh, shit, I don't even have my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, hold on. I just got to get it in case this is something. Hold on.
Okie dokie. Could be something. Not too sure about this fire background he's got, because when he was on the screen, it looked like his bloody fish tank was on fire.
Okay, no worries. Just one of those moments in life. The watch screwed up and it didn't tell me who the text was from.
Right.
No, I swear. Okay, so here's the thing. Right now, the model of iPhone I have, I don't remember which one it is. I don't care. It just got disowned by Apple. It's not getting updates anymore. I don't get the newest one. Yeah. So I'm going to have to replace it coming up. It's not a big deal right now. I mean, again, I don't really care, but I swear within a month of it, the new operating system coming out and mine being left behind, within a month, my spell checker autocorrect thing on my phone is just deteriorating now. I am
you.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I truly believe that Apple has like maybe done a thing so it's not quite as good, you know? Like as it's screwing up on the most simple things over and over again. Like I watch myself type the word slowly and it still fixes it back to what it shouldn't be. Right? And I mean what is it? A lot of times it turns shit into AHIT, as if I meant to hit the A instead of the H or the S. And then as soon as it auto corrects it to that, it puts the red line under it going, well, that doesn't make sense. Why the fuck did you do it? I just watch it happen and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, you better get in contact with Lewis Rossman on that one. New Apple conspiracy.
Yeah. That's funny.
Because people love those, but you know, Apple and their attempts to make people's phones useless.
Yeah. It says
you can buy an Android phone to be useless from the start. There you go.
There's some things I like about Android better than Apple's phone, that's for sure. Like the way you can highlight text in a message to find where you need to be to make a correction. On an Apple phone, it's much more of a nightmare than on an Android phone to get that damn cursor where you want it to be.
I've never had an Android phone, so I wouldn't know.
On an Android phone, you can just tap where you want it to be. On an Apple phone, it starts highlighting the words and stuff, and then you have to sit there and tap and hold. Sometimes you get the mobile cursor, sometimes you don't. It's annoying as hell. Yeah, they've got.
I've never even considered swapping to Android. Never, because I've been iPhone since early days, like Gen 3 or whatever it is.
The thing is if you're an Apple customer for computers and stuff, having an Apple phone is really good for many reasons of,
integration.
Yeah, but because I've been an Android user and a Mac user at the same time, and wow, do you miss out on a lot of things?
Yeah. Well, and you've been a PC user as well, so PC and Android. I would say go hand in hand, but probably not quite so much either.
Better, right?
Yeah.
I remember a time with an Android phone, I couldn't get the damn files off it onto a Mac without Android file transfer, the program. Whereas on a Windows, you just plug it in and it's a drive you can access. I thought that was crazy. A
long time for Apple to actually access your files on your phone in that kind of way.
Oh yeah. Even now, the Apple Files app sucks compared to some of the third-party ones.
Yeah.
But wow, it's dead out there. I'm surprised. It's only 5:00 my time. There should be little pukes and punks all over the place.
You're gonna have to order a pizza to make it more interesting.
Yeah, no, Felix wants what did he get me to get today?
I don't know. Don't know why you're asking me.
I can't even remember now. I just drew a total blank.
I hope you got it.
Yeah.
This is where you go, ding. Oh shit, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I hope. What the hell did he have us go to the store today for? What the hell?
Right, suggestions in the chat. What somebody help remind Dick. What did he get? Meatballs. Mac and cheese. Burgers.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. I'll have to go look after.
It's gonna be stuck in your brain now.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had to go get some chicken breast because he wanted me to do buttermilk battered chicken. Yeah. And I guess, make mashed potatoes and gravy or something with it, whatever.
We had first barbecue of the year today.
Oh, cool.
Well, I say a barbecue, it was just like bung some stuff on the barbecue and eat it. It wasn't like a big party or anything. Right. But so it is. Like I went to the went to the shops yesterday, and I got some chicken legs. So I got a pack of chicken legs, and there was like 3 in it. So there was like 2 of us eating. So yeah, that's really hard to split 3 chicken legs.
Yeah,
between 2 people. So I bought 2 packs. I mean, they cost fuck all.
Yeah.
So I got another pack, and it's like put the first pack, 3 legs gone. Open the second pack. There's 4 fucking legs in it. So I cooked 7 legs of chicken, and Connor ate 1 and said, "Oh, I'm stuffed." It's like fuck.
That's funny. Yeah, you could just turn them into barbecue chicken soup or something after. Oh yeah, speaking of which, there was a fundraiser one of the neighborhood kids was doing for school last week again. They did soup mixes a little while ago. I bought one. They were $10, and it's enough to make like a big pot. Too much, right? But whatever. And they were just doing it before the end of school there again. So I got another one. I got to remember to get more chicken for that too. It was so good. It's awesome.
I've never heard of that. Soup. I mean, yeah, cakes and selling cakes and shit like that. But I never heard them doing soup before. Yeah,
you get this plastic tube, like it's a plastic bag tube, and it's got the macaroni. Oh no, it's got all
stuff.
Yeah, all the different stuff layered one thing after another all through it, and you just use the whole damn thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's neat.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to, Mexi girl, freeze it after. It's just Felix and I'm about to make a pot that's like that, that tall, right? It's going to be huge. Yeah. But it's good, Felix likes it with a little bit less water, so it's almost a stew.
Yeah.
It's not thickened, But yeah.
Oh, I like making a nice soup. Oh. So fucking easy. Just what's nearly rotten in the fridge? Yeah, that could all go in.
Yeah. But I was about to say something and I just drew a blank. Damn it, I hate that. I have no idea.
You're talking about soup.
Yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that. The other day, Felix wanted pierogies. So I cooked an entire pack of bacon in this massive pan we have, put the pierogies in. Oh, wow, was it good? Sour cream, chives, the whole bit. Yeah. I go upstairs. I serve Felix because he wanted to eat upstairs. I go up an hour later to check on him, and there's an entire plate of pierogies with not a single piece of bacon left. And you can see that he's been dipping the bacon in the sour cream and eating it. And I was like, seriously? Wow. Yeah. So I had to fix him up like a sandwich to go with it. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Never seen him leave a pierogi before, and he didn't even touch them. It was weird. And it's not like they were like, some store-bought Chimo ones. These are, the very Aneki ones that we get from the place where the Ukrainians co-own it. They're beautiful. They're amazing. But, oh well. I mean, I can understand a bacon raid. Who can't, right? Even vegans understand a bacon raid,
Oh, they wish they could.
Yeah. Matt was asking why less super chats on this one compared to the main channel. Wow, it's the viewers, buddy. This channel's got to build a bit more. That's all it is.
You can leave a super chat, Matt.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, okay. Thought my ex was pulling in, but it's not. Okay. No worries. No worries. Good. You never know. She never said when he was coming back or if he's even coming back tonight. I'm not even sure.
He'll be back. Here we go. He'll get fed up. I want to be with Dad.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Well, tomorrow he's got youth group, so he normally wants to definitely be home on youth group day. So
Is that the Hitler Youth? Is he in that now?
Not quite. You know how
get him trained up to be
yeah, well,
Aryan boy.
Yeah, you know how there's beavers and then Cub Scouts, so that's the same kind of thing. You know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just more marching.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah. Come on over here, son, and march. Fuck you. You know?
I'm reporting you to the Führer.
Yeah. They'd be like, no, son, you can't skip. You have to march. And he'd be just skipping along. Well, I haven't seen my son take more than about 6 steps without breaking into skipping in.
I would say, Felix would be the worst Nazi youth.
Oh,
However, he would be the one to stand up. White men, white women.
Remember the Blues Brothers? Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. And they'll be going, oh, Felix is so great. we should put him in charge.
Yeah. Until he'll
be skipping along, happily along, singing Nazi songs.
Yeah, until he plays the Belushi role and drives them over the bridge.
Just him skipping along. Tomorrow belongs to me.
He'd be the happiest Nazi ever because he had no clue that they're assholes. He'd just be like, "Hey, that's cool. We're hanging out."
Yeah, you could go through the entire Second World War and come out the other end and go, wait a minute, are we the bad guys?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Never knew.
Yeah.
There's everything was so pretty and colorful.
There's a $10 payment in, and I'm pretty sure it's from a name that I can say. But that person's name is not in the live chat. And as such, that leads me to believe that it's probably like a monthly recurring one that comes through Ko-fi or something, But PayPal and Ko-fi are very, very, very tricky to sort out sometimes when it comes to this crap. I don't understand why it can't be just clear,
Oh, thanks, JD Vance, because we know he's a big follower of the channel. Big supporter.
I wonder. Yeah, see, I can't put either name into the live chat and get a tag, so I don't want to be doxing people out, I don't understand why the damn services can't be more helpful, seriously, but okay,
you'd think, with all this modern technology.
Yeah.
It would be easy. It's all digital. Just tell us.
Yeah. Okay. By clicking through in PayPal, I found it says tip to the Shills, and tip leads me to believe that it's one of those recurring payments from another service.
Right.
How can this be so difficult? Because it could be.
Thank you, Mr. Tip.
Yeah. Lord, thunder, and Jesus, this just doesn't need to be this difficult. I mean, I've got glasses now, so I can read what I'm seeing. I'm pretty sure it's not me. Pretty sure.
Well, you can read the words. They're just not giving you them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If there was words there, I could read them.
Maybe your glasses need to be Bluetooth connected.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that's coming soon. You know, not for like, augmented reality, but just because that way you could look on your app and see if the legs are open or closed. I know. Are they called legs? What do you call them? Arms, legs, appendages?
Well, you won't know unless you're on the subscription service for glasses.
Speaking of, okay, here, I had a funny one today with some dude on YouTube, just in a comment section on a video. Some retro guy put up a video of a crowdsourced light gun that's coming out soon. And if you know anything about light guns, they were very easy to make work on a CRT television due to the way that the old tube TVs work. But all the old light guns don't work on modern television. It can't work. So that's why Nintendo and them had the little light bar up at the top to make that stuff work again. Well, this new one,
I never understood how they worked in the first place.
Sorry, which?
I never understood how they worked in the first place.
The original light guns?
Yeah.
Oh, like let's take Duck Hunt, for example. Nintendo Duck Hunt, right? So when you pull the trigger, if you slow down the frame rate of a camera, you'll see that the screen goes black for one frame and there's two white squares where the ducks were. And the light sensor in the gun either sees white or black, and you either hit or miss. That's how it works.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why it doesn't work on a new flat screen TV, because of the latency lag of processing. You pull the trigger and it takes a fraction of a second for that damn white box to show up, and the gun just goes, I saw black, because there was no white. Right?
Racist.
Yeah, exactly. So there's this crowdfunding one that's going to use AI to see what's on the screen and decide whether or not you hit your target.
Oh, golly gosh.
Right. So I left a comment and said, well, is it like a subscription AI? Because I can't believe that some $70 gun is going to have enough horsepower to process it locally. And if so, does that mean it'll be a subscription device? And then what happens when they pull the plug on the back end servers or the subscription to the AI or whatever, right? And
yeah.
So the channel owner said, well, I see nothing about subscriptions and everything here, so it must just be like a local algorithm that's processing it. And I said, yeah, I'm figuring so as well, because, I mean, somebody's got to pay the bill if it's a back end, right? And he was like, yeah. Then this other know-it-all comes in to start telling me how AI really works and blah, blah, and whatnot. Yeah. And he says, you'll see things like local AI and stuff, but it never is because of blah, blah, it takes so many GPUs to run it and all this. And my response to him was, well, get yourself an Apple Mac Studio with 512 gigs of RAM, and you've got a local AI Olama or whatever it is model running perfectly. You can get that huge one in. And the dude again started back, blah, 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 blah. GPUs need their own special RAM and blah, blah. Yeah. And I'm like, buddy, the RAM on a Mac Studio can be assigned to the GPU. So you can have 500 gigs of RAM on your GPU and hold the whole model. I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but I've watched people do it, And after that, he stopped. He didn't respond anymore, because I think he just learned something.
I'm surprised he didn't come back at you about, I bet he's a PC user and fucking hating Macs and never touched one. That's unfriends anybody who's ever owned one.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Well, that doesn't count. We're talking about PCs because
computers.
Yeah, and one other guy did that in the thing too. And I said, well, if you go and look at the title of this video and the description, there's nothing to do with PCs. We're just talking about running AI locally. It doesn't, I mean, it was a strange the people that hate Macs so much that they don't even know what they're talking about. You know, and I think this probably goes the other way too, where you get some diehard Apple person that won't touch a PC with a 10-foot pole, and they probably have misconceptions that are 20 years old, right? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely. It's a bit like political parties. You know, if you're on the left or on the right,
Yeah.
you don't watch content from the opposing party. So if you're an Apple user, you end up watching YouTube videos about all the latest Mac and all the little gadgets and everything.
Yeah.
But you don't get recommended any videos from the PC market. So you never know what's going on with that. The only time you find anything about that is if you're casually watching Linus Tech Tips or something, and he's talking about Macs and PCs all at the same time.
Yeah.
You kind of like learn something then, but
yeah, that whole thing, I don't understand any, like, that whole, one's way better than the other. It just doesn't even work that way, man. I have a preference, but my preference is based on what I use more often. And for me, a big part of my preference is, Windows is one step too creepy in the background these days, man. That fucking Windows recall is about to come out again, and they say they fixed it. Anything that tracks everything that I do on my computer is not cool, Microsoft. I don't care. And it's funny too, because on the Mac, we have tech. And you can just hit a button if you've got a time machine backup set up, and you can just go backwards in time and see earlier drafts of a text document that you're working on, right? And nobody in the Apple world freaks out about that because it's local. It's mine. It's not being transmitted to the cloud and blah, blah, right? That's the problem here, is Microsoft is using this for their own good as much as for yours.
Right.
Not good. You want to talk about tech for just one more thing here. You'll get a new release from Apple. Apple are brutal for this. A new operating system version. And then they go on to show you how Messages has been improved, and the mail client has been improved, and Safari web browser has been improved. Honestly, not one of those has anything to do with the operating system. They're just apps. When they do this, like, we've got all these great new features, they're just apps. I want core functionality. I want stability. Right? I think
it does annoy me as far as Mac is concerned, because a lot of people like this sort of shit. It's all like making things all pretty and everything, but they'll all come in and say, "Oh yeah, we got new feature on Messages, and you can put your own custom backgrounds onto the." I don't give a shit.
I know.
I really don't want. What's the latest one? Is like glass.
Yeah.
And everything looks like you're looking through a piece of glass lens.
Right.
Very, very clever.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's Windows Aero. It's Windows Aero 10 years later.
but it's like, but what is the functionality of that? How is that improving things? It's making things, more interesting to look at if you fucking care. And after the first 5 minutes of it, you won't notice it anymore.
Actually, you will notice, because the extra performance it takes your GPU to render that crap will hit your battery life on a laptop a tiny bit. You will notice.
That's where I was heading. Thank you very much, Mr. Dalton. Yeah. But the actual aesthetics of it is you'll just ignore it. After the first few days.
Yeah.
You won't care.
No, exactly. You go, ooh, isn't that pretty? And then you just use the damn device. They spend all that time and money, blah, blah, blah. And who cares? I don't care what the icon looks like, the button looks like, to be honest,
Yeah. Can you expand the Finder to make the Finder do some more useful things? Oh no.
Yeah.
So we made it more pretty.
Yeah,
exactly. Or we've taken the scroll wheels away, so that's gone now. So you don't need that.
Yeah, exactly. Or Apple's unbelievably poor support for real mice, because in Apple's world, well, use the magic mouse and you can do all our touchy good things. Yeah, but it's the size for a child. It's got to be the worst ergonomic nightmare in mice since Apple's hockey puck one. It's just
I just bought a new mouse because I was getting fed up my other one with the scroll wheel. Couldn't decide whether you're going forwards or backwards, so everything was just going all over the bloody place.
Yeah.
So I got a new one. It's like JCB yellow and black. Yeah, so it's very cool. So I won't lose it. I still got yet to try it on the new machine, but it's like what was I going to say about it? Oh, yeah, that's right. My wife says to me, you do realize it's a gaming mouse? well, it's all right. Don't tell it that I'm not gaming.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the only reason why it's a gaming mouse is there's like 2 extra buttons on the side, which probably won't, work with Apple OS system anyway. So.
Yeah, mine has 3 buttons to click on the top and then this plethora on the side.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't want any of those side buttons. I don't use any of them. I just wanted a mouse that could fit my bear paw sized hand, Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's just Apple's mouse. Apple's mouse is really good functionality if they would just make it adult size. The mouse is awesome. How you can just swipe to go back and forth in web pages and all that stuff. Fucking amazing. It's just garbage.
I'll tell you a funny thing. I got the new mouse, right? And you turn it over, and it's got all these little stickers on the back of it, for the sliders, and it says remove. So you got like a protective film over the slidey bits, or I don't know what you call them. But anyway, so you got like a protective film, and I was having real trouble taking the protective film off, and Mrs. says, "Oh, do you want me to have a go?" So I threw it over to her and gave it to her, and she goes, "Yeah, I've done it." She handed the mouse back to me. She'd actually removed the entire pads, not just the protective film.
Just peeled it right off. That's funny.
Got to get some double-sided to stick them back on again. But oh dear, that's funny.
That's funny.
She removed them.
Yeah. Let me just hold on a second here. Okay. So yeah, Felix will be here in about 15 minutes. Yeah. They've already had supper. So I guess I'm not making breaded chicken and stuff. Now what am I going to make for myself? Damn it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just have
bread and cheese.
I'll just have the 6-pack Joe bought me there earlier.
Liquid dinner.
Yeah. Oh man. The Iranians have voted to close that strait, that channel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Trump will lose his sorry ass sack of, gangrene looking skin and flesh that he calls a body any minute. He'll lose it because too many of his rich billionaire buddies have money in the oil game. There's no way that the rich will tolerate this.
Well, Elon won't mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Go back to Elon. This is good for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So basically, now he's got another excuse to bomb him.
Yeah. He's going to now he will declare war because he has to protect the well-being of American citizens and stuff and so on. and
boots on the ground and all that shit.
yeah, but Congress is going to lose their bloody mind, and this will be the final test on can Donald Trump actually take control of America for what he wants, or will America say, I'm sorry, but even the president doesn't have that type of power?
I'm sorry, Dick. I'm sure I've heard the phrase final test used several times already.
Yeah.
As far as Trump is concerned, there's been a lot of final tests and
oh no, but
this happened.
This is the big one because
this is the final test.
But it is because now you're doing something that you know you need Congress for, no matter what. Like declaring war without Congress is, probably one of the worst things a president could try to do.
Apart from all the other things he's done, I don't know.
No, this is, to me, it's bigger because
I know you're saying how serious it is, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes him a dictator, right? He can just simply decide. That's not the way America's runs. So this is going to be crazy to see how this plays out. I hope that the protests kick up, get worse, get stronger, get better, keep peaceful. And I really hope that the appointees on the Supreme Court of the United States of America have enough pride in being American the way it is meant to be, that even the ones that were appointed by him stand up and say, we can't let this go. See what happens. I don't think there'll be enough resistance in government, and the people are going to have to really, how do you get
Sanders himself up a bit?
Yeah. Bernie lost it when he found out about the attack on Iran. He was live.
I saw a video clip. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, he was live, and guy comes over, interrupts him, tells him.
Yeah. I'll have to watch that because I'm sure he went ballistic.
Oh yeah, man, big time.
Sorry, pun.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm just looking at the time here because I won't have long.
Yeah, we'll better close off.
Yeah.
Say 99 to folks so you can get yourself sorted.
Yeah, you never know, because sometimes when he comes back from mum time, he needs an hour to get settled, depending on how it goes. He's only been with her for a couple hours, so how fucked up could it be? Oh God, knock on wood.
I don't think you could spend a couple of hours without coming out of it fucking distraught.
Oh God, no, a couple of minutes, man. You kidding? Fuck. Yeah, so let's see here. Thanks for showing up, everybody, and joining us. And thanks to our contributors, too. Great timing. Awesome. Let's see. Thanks to the team here. We got Shayna on the Shills account. We got PJ CNET, Mexi Girl, Carpazian, and Super Chat Matt. Huge shout, everybody. Here, I'll see if I can get my stuff to work. There we go. Notice how dark it makes me?
Apparently, we had someone called racist. We had somebody called Dick Dawson as well, on the team.
No,
thanks to him,
he didn't show up today. I had to turn his AI on. And I'm sure we've got a little bit more bad news coming out of America before the night's done. So watch for that. And
be on the 42 show tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, we'll be doing a recording tomorrow. My son's lessons has ended, so my days are a little bit freer, and so are his. So staying on track and stuff should be a little easier for a while.
We'll see.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Take care out there.
Yeah, nighty, everybody. God bless you all. Kissy kisses and all that kind of stuff. And thanks to Weller.
Yeah. Well, pray for a lot of people because a lot of people are going to need it. Take it easy, everyone. See you soon.
Hey.